Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 7 of this Naga Wanderer of Ellie. The end of the last one, we had an extremely rough situation over here with a bunch of spiders, a demonic crawler, and Rupert. We had to blow quite a lot of resources to get through that one. So we lost our Phantom Mirror, our only Fear Scroll, I said Phantom Mirror. Phantom Mirror, Fear Scroll, a Wand of Clouds charge, and our only summoning scroll. Yeah, that's the other one. A lot of stuff to survive that, but you'd still rather err on the side of blowing all your resources and staying alive. So I'm not upset that it costs that much stuff, but yeah, that we very could have easily died in that situation. A big part of it was just that I forgot to put my protection from magic ring on. Anyway. Hopefully nothing like that's going to happen again. We're going to try to finish off our spider's nest here. There's our target for earth magic. Transmutations is following shortly behind, it seems. Come on, auto target. I'll stop targeting the same one over and over again. Alright. There's our 5. So that's our pass wall up. It's at 5% chance to fail now. Yeah, I feel much better at that. So I think what we're going to do here, we're still focusing shields, but at 9 our shield penalty will be gone. So we don't have too much of that left. I'm going to focus fighting for more HP. We're probably going to keep that on for the rest of the game. And I'm going to train some more invocations. Not focus, but let's just train it. I'll set a skill target of 20. Probably will also just go towards 27 invocations, but I don't know, at least at 20 I can assess how we're going. And I don't think I'm quite ready for armor dodging yet, but it might not be far off. Maybe once our shield reaches 9, we'll start training our other defensive skills. I've also been thinking about potential armor pairings that we can wear. So in the last episode we found an Ice Dragon Scales, and we also have an Artifact Cloak that gives RC-. So there's a potential to pair those two things together, because you get 2 pips of cold resistance out of an Ice Dragon Scales. So even with this RC- cloak, we'd still have some resistance. So I don't know, we'll see about that. I think we're not quite ready to go to an Ice Dragon Scales yet anyway. It's heavier than our current one, so it will mess with our spells too. Do we really care about these spells? Probably. We're going to start learning Passage of Galubria, but I don't know, it's also not a big deal. I don't know, maybe we'll do that in the not too distant future. Alright, so we're just kind of using our stealth here to pull these spiders out one at a time, and then using poisonous vapors to kill them. If we had all grabs, we could just kill them all in the one go, but alas. How's our gold going? Okay, we're still quite a ways off those artifact rings that I'm looking at. Stay very far away from that alarm trap. Alright, we're being confused. And more confused, that's alright. These tarantellas should just die to that poison, so I don't care if we bump around just against those guys on their own. And again, it's more concerning if there are a bunch of other spiders surrounding us at the same time. Can you die? Thank you. Yeah, one at a time we have no issues with these spiders. There's an entropy weaver. We learnt with the entropy weaver we fought last time that we've got about a 50-50 chance to pacify it. But I think I don't care too much if we're just fighting an entropy weaver on its own and not a bunch of other spiders at the same time. because we can constrict it. So if it's just a 1v1, even if it's corroding us, he can't corrode our constriction. I wanted to check there that he wasn't carrying a weapon. If you're not aware, entropy weaver tiles don't show weapons, and then they have 4 attacks, so they can do a surprising amount of damage if you don't notice they're carrying, say, an executioner's axe. It's always funny. Get hit by it 4 times, and they're fast, so you can get hit by it 8 times in one of your actions. Right, enough gold for the File of Floods. We're not going after that one just yet. Mutation potions. See if, oh, it's only those 2. That's fine. I was going to try to thin them out, but with only 2, that's fine. Alright, so that's the rest of Spiders 1. So it was really mostly Rupert that gave us the big trouble there. The big Rupert with the big trouble. The big guy. I just can't stop myself from Bane posting. I shouldn't have done that. I cast the poisonous vapors while I was still trapped in the web, which was kind of a dumb thing to do. Because the spider was still asleep. I don't know why I did that. So our shield went to 9, which is its breakpoint. Our options here are to start training translocations for Passage of Galubria, or start training our armor dodging. I think I'd like to have Passage of Galubria be up. Even if we don't train a huge amount of translocations, just to have it a little bit lower. We could even quaff a Brilliance potion if we want it. And in the meantime, it will make our application stronger, right? Oh yeah, just remember, we have the Confuse spell. I don't think I've ever used it once, because I completely forgot we have that. Would I have used it? I don't know. Anytime that I'd confuse something, I think we'd probably be better off using Divine Vigor, unless it's something that we had to rely on magic resistance, and we say use the vulnerability scroll, but even then it might be better if just to use a wand. I don't know, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's in our spell list. We're going to focus translocations up to maybe 6. 5 might be okay. Let's go to 5 and then see how castable it is at that point. Kind of just like to wake this guy up. I'm not... Okay, he's giant, so we can't constrict him, but I'm not worried that we can't beat him in a one-on-one fight with Spectral Weapon. It's just if there are a bunch of other spiders behind him. Cool, got him. Apparently we got a bunch of experience out of that Emperor Scorpion. It took us to 1 translocations immediately. I didn't mean to tab forward like that. I revealed us to a bunch more enemies. Not clever. 2 Emperor Scorpions. I don't know how I feel about that. Can I use some tricksy means to say one at a time? I could Ice Blast him there, but that would make noise, so it'd probably wake the other one up as well. I wonder if I just shoot a wand of flame next to him, if the steam clouds, they might float onto his tile and wake him up. It doesn't look like it, though. Oh, because you can't get clouds out of vision? Is that why? Hang on, let me escape from the web. What if I do this? It's not working. I thought I had some next level plays. Oh, that's deep water. I could pass wall onto this tile. Or what would be the better play? It would actually be... No, that's not a good idea. Well, let's just wake this one up. That was a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. If we want to heal other, we've got a 65% chance. Yeah, so I'm actually really not that afraid of Emperor Scorpions. Speaking of which, let's do... I can heal other my spectral weapon? That's amazing! I didn't know that was a thing. Wow, okay. Well, there you go. You can heal other your allies. Huh. Okay. I wish I'd known that. Okay, so when we were fighting Rupert and we made a Phantom Mirror version, we could have healed our own Rupert to make sure that he won the fight. Huh. Well, okay. That's something. Alright, my brain's like going into overdrive trying to think of what OP broken things I can figure out by heal othering my own summons and stuff. But I think it's basically just that, keeping your summons alive. Sounds pretty good. Okay, we've made it to enough gold to pick up this Wizardry RC Plus ring. 910 RD says, hi YouTube. We picked up enough gold to buy the Wizardry RC Plus Int Plus 4 ring. I think we just wait for a little bit more gold and we get the RLEC MR Plus Int Plus 6 ring. That seems like the better one. Whoop. Oh yeah, Melee is another tile, like Entropy Weavers, that don't show you what weapon they're wielding. So these guys always have axes, but for instance, this one has a hand axe, and one we killed earlier had a broad axe. The broad axe one is significantly more dangerous, but if you're not paying attention and you're just looking at the tile, you probably don't even notice. Can you stop coming, spiders? Oh, they keep coming. Alright, we're good. One of those had a scroll of summoning. That's really scary. Thankfully, it didn't use it. An amulet. Alright, this could be exciting. What are we looking for? I love a +6 reflection amulet. +2 reflection, not quite as good as +6, but I'll take it. It gives us a little bit of extra shield and then allows us to reflect projectiles back at enemies. We also just found a wand of acid with 3 charges. Ooh, that was too many enemies at once noticing us. I lied, apparently they didn't notice us at all. Whoopsies, pressing buttons too quickly. Accidentally moving on a Naga. Go away. I don't want to fight this many spiders. Wait, I can get out of nets, right? Purification gets rid of effects such as poison, slowness, petrification, rotting, sickness. I don't know if it gets you out of webs. I'm pretty sure Ruse one does, whatever that's called. we couldn't be bothered looking up. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that does, although I don't think this one does. So we could try a 22% cause fear and just, yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, yeah, we got the scary ones. Can you stop it? Our defenses are really crappy. While we absolutely cut through these spiders, one-on-one with our poison especially. As soon as we get swarmed and mobbed here, we just get absolutely wrecked. I think we should probably, well, I'll tell you what we should do. We should find an acquirement scroll and we should get a barding. That's what we should do. I'm gonna spit poison at this orb spider. I really don't want to die to you, but I also don't want to make lots of noise. I'm just gonna shoot some flaming at you. Alright, there's an orb of destruction coming at us. I feel like that could potentially kill us here. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't want to find out. So I'm gonna quaff for heal wounds. Yeah, that... Well, I don't know if it... How much damage did that just do? 35 or so. Yeah, that could have killed us, right? Okay, so I'm glad I did that. You don't want to mess around with those orbs of destruction. You can do a lot of damage. HP weavers. We learnt they weren't so scary. So long as they're on their own. Alright, so we got translocations to 4. Passage is at 43%. No, we need more. This is kind of making me want to train more hexes. So if we can get more cause fears, or at least have it be more reliable, because it's proved pretty useful here in Spider's Nest. I think 3 times so far. And now that we don't have any scrolls of fear, that's probably a pretty good tool. And it's probably not going to be a waste because we have Summon Mana Viper in our spell list that uses hexes. So yeah, let's also turn on hexes. I like this plan. Let's bring it up to 8, maybe. I'm going to just train fighting normally and maybe invocations normally. And we'll get these spells up. And then we'll change our mind potentially. Let's drop the polymorph wand. I don't need this many different hex wands, especially without evocation skill. Now there are some useful potential next level plays with polymorph wands, because if you change your form as a Naga, you're no longer then bounded, or you're no longer stuck moving at Naga speed. So you could potentially zap yourself to say get bat form and then run away from something. But I don't know. You could also then accidentally become a tree and not be able to move at all. We just got wrecked by the amount of poison there. Can you just die? Thank you. That shouldn't have been so hard. There we go. We got enough ring. So money to buy that ring. Let's go do that. The in +6 will help these spells out as well. And also having Aralek here in Spider is kind of a nice bonus because we can see Spark Wasps. So having Aralek helps us out against those guys. Let's drop the protection from magic ring that we're carrying around and we'll switch to this one. We can also turn magic rings off from our auto pickup. We'll never need 3 of those. We've got 3 pips of MR just with this one, so I'm not even going to carry around this other one. And then I think we can drop the Aralek ring mail now that we're carrying, just in case we got a labyrinth with an Arlec or an Elec monster room in it. Extremely niche. This brings passage down to 30%. Without it, it was 41. That's really significant. It drops it 11%. That 6 extra int. I think we're going to be wearing this ring until the end of the game. Yeah. Having MR Arlec int plus 6 is pretty fantastic. Back to Spider's Nest. And what did that do for Cause Fear? Brought it down to 13%. I'm getting afraid. More and more spiders are turning up. I wish I had all grips. Alright, we're fine. There's our first ghost moth. I think they're just large, so I think we should be able to constrict those guys. They are large. We can indeed constrict them, so this shouldn't be too scary. Fine. I noticed that the ghost moth drained our skills a bit. If that really mattered, we could always purify ourselves and it would restore our lost stats. Like, I don't know, maybe we're about to become brainless or something. We have that early ability. Here's another brand weapon scroll. With how many we have, I wonder if I should just roll it on this scimitar and roll an Elec branded scimitar. We know that we don't have swamp, so having a flaming scimitar doesn't do anything too special. Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. We know that we can't use demon blades, so there's no point holding it for those. And double swords are extremely rare, so I feel like there's a good chance that we end up with a scimitar, either that or a demon blade anyway. So yeah, let's just go. Elec. Okay, poison also acceptable. That's extremely strong against all the spiders in here, so I'm perfectly happy with that. I didn't say it, I should have, but I was thinking in my mind, you just have to believe me, that could also roll poison and I'd be pretty happy. This is gonna be, what's her name? Kirky. That's fine. Yeah, we have enough MR that she's only got a 7% chance to turn us into a pig. And if she does turn us into a pig, we can then run away. So, she even see us, so let's fight her pigs on their own first. Alright, she's seen us now. So it's gonna poison her from behind. She's as sick as possible. Alright. That should do it. We made it to 5 translocations. With this ring, that brings passage down to 22%. Hey, let's go to 6. And there's Louise. So there's our large shield. Alright. Well, we've done all this training to get spells up, but everything's about to change. Alright, let's turn hexes off, translocations off, because it's shield time. -2 aptitude shield, I don't care. What is her shield? This is plus or a large shield, okay. We get a good benefit out of being a Naga, because rather than 25 skill needed on a regular size species for a large shield, we only need 15, so that's not a big deal. and the extra defenses that will give us, especially when you consider, it's not especially, but it's also very synergistic with our Amulet of Reflection. The more shield you have, of course, the more effective that thing is. Reflection. There you go. Alright, so Louise, she's only got a 5% chance to banish us. I'd be pretty filthy if that happened. I want to get off the wall so she's not going to double zap us. And if she's going to sit back there, we'll just poison her. We also have Aralek against her lightning bolt, so I'm not too afraid of her. And it looks like this neutral human is kind of helping us, so that's handy. She can have a shield, which is great for blocking attacks, but it is not going to help her from the squeeze. And let's pick up the large shield. I should have checked. So with the regular shield we have 13 shield, with the large shield we have 18. And our spells are not horrible, although Poisonous Vapors goes down to 26% chance to fail, which with the amount we've been spamming it against all these spiders is not great. Let's stop invocations. I want to keep training fighting, so we'll just go fighting shield. You know what? Let's focus poison. That will drop really quickly. We've only trained it to 3, and it's a +3 aptitude. We'll take it to, I don't know, 5. And maybe we'll train air magic because it's at 3.1. We'll train that to 4, just so it's a round number. I forgot I left it like that. That's really horrible of me. Alright. Yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, I really like shields. Even on my mages, I like having a large shield. I also love blocking orbs of destruction with monsters. It's very satisfying watching your enemies blow up to other enemies. Oh, that's a really scary pack. Let's make sure we're well away from the Entropy Weaver. If we can be fighting the spiders without the Entropy Weaver, that's fine. Oh, yes! Entropy Weaver didn't wake up. Wow, I just miscast Poisonous Vapors 3 times in a row. Yeah, I feel like just in melee we're doing better damage now that we have the poison sword. Ugh. Okay, it's fine. If I were really worried, we could pass wall through this wall. That's a Spark Wasp. Well, we have Aralek now. We also probably could just pacify it. Yeah, 81% chance. But it's okay, we have Aralek, and it's susceptible to poison. So it's gonna die pretty quickly. At least I hope. It's really not dying quickly at all. In hindsight, I wish I had just pacified it. It's just living forever. In that case, we're gonna need a greater healing here. That guy did not want to go down. Our core sphere is 36%. That's not happening. Let's just poison this stuff. Cool. Sneak away from that Emperor Scorpion. Alright, so yeah, that was sort of a self-inflicted wound there. I went for the greed play by not pacifying, by not simply pacifying the Spark Wasp. I'm kind of doing it here again. Alright, there's air magic at 4, and it's perfectly at 4. Alright, so we have to live in a world with 3.1 training. Don't want to live in that society. Let's drop our regular shield. Ah, nice. I see a scroll. And we can import that. 3 of it. Oh boy, if this is 3 acquirement scrolls, there are only 2 options this could be, silence or acquirement. And if it's 3 silence, I think I don't mind just reading one. We got 6 identify, it's fine. Please be acquirement. 3 scrolls of acquirement. Alright. Very exciting. So as a Naga, if you've never found a barding, pretty much you always want to acquire armor. Alright, well we got glowing gloves. So you don't... we got strength, okay. It's a bit more AC. So you don't always get a barding, but you almost always do. So we're going to roll again. A rune large shield. Are we really getting this trolled? Alright, well. It's a +2 large shield of reflection. So it's more shield. And I guess... lets us not need the amulet for reflection. Alright, 3rd time lucky. If we really go through 3 acquirement scrolls without getting a Naga barding, I don't know. Okay, we got it, thank God. I was gonna have to quit playing Crawl forever. A +2 Naga barding of stealth. So have a look. Let's take that off. We have 20 AC, 7 evasion. Note that our evasion is going to drop a bit, but we're going to go from 20 AC to 26 with this. So you get significantly more AC out of your barding. And because it's really quite rare, I think it makes sense once you get a barding to just maximally enchant it. So we could bring that up to +4. If we go get some enchant armor scrolls. There was one on the previous floor. Alright, so you can maybe see why earlier on I said we left a +5 ring of evasion in a shop, and I compared it to the +5 AC or +5 protection ring we're wearing. But you can maybe see why evasion is more important, or bonus evasion is more important than bonus AC on a Naga. Because look at this, we only have 5 evasion right now. Did I read it? There we go. And we'll go grab another one. I'm going to go to the one that's on its own. Oh no, I'm not. We're never going in there. That Ghost Fort is crazy. Cool. So that was a nice find. I mean, 3 acquirement scrolls. That's some pro insight there. Nice find. We got gloves of strength. We got a large shield of reflection, and we got a barding. All pretty good things. If we just rolled a Naga barding on our first acquirement, I think after that, I might have. I probably would have thought about whether I wanted to acquire gold for all this cool stuff in our shop. Speaking of which, we can delete the Book of Beasts because we found Mana Viper. But I think we might have gone for a weapon to see if we could roll a double sword. But it never happened, so alas. We're here on Spider 4, so this is our rune floor. I like how the HP Weaver is caught in the web because he's not a spider. I should go up. I don't want to be really corroded and fight a whole lot of spiders at once. We just reached 5 poison magic, so poisonous vapors has dropped to 12. Yeah, it was at 20 or so this is much better. And we're doing fighting and shields. Yeah, it's fine. So this is our plan. We get shields to 15, so our penalty is gone. We train a little bit more hexes and translocations for our spells. And then we probably start doing invocations again and our armor dodging. And then at that point we become invincible. So I don't know if you recall back at the start, I said the longer Nagas go, the stronger they get. Or the point where we start training our armor dodging and we've got a large shield, we're going to be going into full-on Naga mode. Because we're going to have all this skin, and then we're going to start having a bonus HP from all this fighting training, and then we're going to be getting AC and evasion. We'll just be unstoppable. Let's X out this door, we'll do that last. Watch us block, watch us Nene. Why did we open the door? Wow. Okay, well no one noticed me. I'm gonna shut that again. That is some excellent excluding. So where were we when we did that? We couldn't see this tile. We could see these two tiles of doors. I mean, I wanted the whole thing excluded, not 2 of the 3. It's pretty bad. So Arachne. That's gonna be fun. I wonder if we can constrict Arachne. If we can constrict her, it's probably actually not too bad. Nice. Poison resistance ring. What I've always wanted. Shields to 10. We'll be at 15 in no time. Here's a triple sword. Where was this when I was playing a human gladiator? We did so much. We did third room tomb and still never got a triple sword. And used 5 acquirement scrolls or something silly like that. And then this character just finds one just lying around. Such is life. Alright, how do I do this? How about I throw out some clouds? Poison cloud. Perfect. The one cloud that's going to do literally nothing to the enemies I care about, Arachne and the Ghost Moth. Oh boy. Okay, let me see if I can get clouds again. We got Mephitic. Okay, also useless. We needed a freezing or fire cloud to be useful. So now I really don't like that situation. I think we could fight Arachne on her own, but I don't think we really want to be fighting her at the same time as a Ghost Moth and a bunch of other spiders. So I'm kind of tempted to teleport here. We've got 5 now. We've done all of the floor except for the inner chamber, so I guess this isn't extremely big, so there's probably a greater than 50% chance that we end up outside here. But there are only 2 upstairs here. Okay, so this is actually disconnected. There's another upstairs somewhere on this floor. Alright, so I actually don't like our odds of that. And we can't Passage of Galubria because the Ghost Moth stole all our charges. Alright, I really don't like the way that I just handled this situation. Heal other costs 2 magic points. Alright, can I just buff up and fight this? Like if I go Agi Might, can I just kill these things? See, the clouds are going to affect the other spiders. That's all fine. It's just whether Arachne and the Ghost Moth team up to wreck our day. Another thing I could do is one of the scrolls of summoning. I think I like that. Let's just get some friends. Oh god. Okay, we got confused and held. Well, this is really bad. So I'm gonna need to quaff curing to get unconfused, but then we're held in the web. Well, okay, I need to curing. That's the only choice I have there. All right, so we got out. Okay, well this is pretty good. We've got a spark wasp and a bunch of other spiders. If our spark wasp just goes out after Arachne, it should kill her pretty quickly. It can't see invis though. Yeah, so it can't help us against the ghost moth. Oh, this is so clowny. Well, I think I just fight. Yeah, okay, we kill the ghost moth, which means we can start using our Ellie abilities again, which means we can start healing, so we're not really afraid of Arachne. Alright, so now if we need to grade a heal, I'll quaff magic and we'll be fine. But I think with this massive team of friends, including a spark wasp, we'll be fine. Yeah, we will definitely be fine. This stuff will take out Arachne. Do we get her? Nope. Man, there's all these orbs of destruction flying around everywhere. Okay, yeah, so I did not approach that situation very well. And I knew everything that was there, so I only have myself to blame for that one. But I went for the Wand of Clouds, but I should have known that half the rolls would not have helped that situation at all. I was just sort of hoping to get freezing or fire, but that's very presumptuous. Oh yeah, so there's another stair somewhere. There's a disconnected part of this level. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, because I was considering reading teleport over here, and I was thinking, well, I've cleared all of the outside except for the vault, but that's a lie. There was this whole side. So let's do this side, so this is safer in case we do need a teleport. Reflecting orbs of destruction back at monsters is always really fun. Sort of don't trust my exclusions anymore. Okay, we have done everything except for the end vault now. You know what I can do in case this is super hairy? I can try to preemptively cast a Passage of Equilibria back to the stairs just in case. Oh, these are new tiles. These look awesome. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is really scary. Cool. So we got good use out of that. I hear a siren. The devs are coming to stop me. They didn't want me to show you that trick. Yeah, they just parked outside. Alright, well, I'll try to get our first rune before I deal with that. We were minus 20 corrosion right there. So we basically had no slaying whatsoever with our sword, but constriction's OP. Yeah, I'll be there in a second, hang on. Okay, I could do it again, but that would get me in further trouble, I feel. Alright. I suspect we've dealt with the worst of this floor. So on this side we had Arachne and a ghost moth and some spiders, and on this side we had an entropy weaver and a ghost moth and some spiders. Oh, let's back up. Something you need to be very careful for, especially on Spider 4, is any Moss of Wrath. If those guys ever turn up and they berserk Emperor Scorpions, you're gonna die. Where did he go? He just wandered off. Oh, let's back up. Okay, that was a good reflection there. Yeah, I don't want to deal with an Emperor Scorpion and a Ghost Moth and a Spark Wasp at the one time. Much easier to do them separately. There's our rune. Which we can import. First rune acquired. Is there a way for me? Yeah, I can deal with these separately. We're still going. I don't think there's a good spot for me to be able to see the Spark Wasp and not... Oh, there we go. Never mind. I lied. And not the Ghost Moth at the same time. But there was. There we go. That's the combo. Well, you know what I can do? I can pacify... Or, never mind. I can just fight them one at a time, and that works too. But if they had woken up, we could have just pacified the Moth of Wrath. We'll have a look. Hang on. Let's get rid of that huge amount of poison. We'll have a look in a sec. Yeah, here we go. Wait. 85% chance. Yeah. So he wouldn't have been too difficult to get on his own. Sorry, to pacify. But we dealt with him on his own. So that's the Spider's Nest done. That's our first rune. In the next one we'll be doing shoals. And I've got to run. I've got to deal with the devs at my door. See you later.